Hey there everyone, my name's Chilleyer, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over every artifact in Minecraft dungeons, and knowing which ones are the best ones to use to help you complete those hard dungeons. Each artifact has its own unique ability, granted some being much better than others, but they all have their own abilities nonetheless. And higher level artifacts are much better than the lower level artifacts, but the cooldown never changes. Now with all that out of the way, let's go over all the artifacts in Minecraft dungeons. The first artifact coming in on my list is the fishing rod. Now, there's nothing too special about it. You throw it at an enemy, and you bring it back to you, and it's stunned for a second or two. It's not all that helpful, but it'll work. The next artifact I want to cover is the lightning rod. It is a artifact that requires a bunch of souls to be gathered, and then when you finally use it, it sends a lightning strike down onto one enemy. That's it. Not that good either. Another artifact I'm going over is the Flaming Quiver. This is a bundle of 7 arrows that are on fire, and they really just aren't that good. There are much better artifact arrows that you should be using besides the Flaming Quiver. The next artifact is going to be the Totem of Regeneration. It is a small circle area that you place down, and it gives you very small amounts of healing for anyone on your team. So it can be useful at the end of a fight, or if you're very, very low and it can possibly save you, but it's also not that good. The next item is the Totem of Shielding, which protects you from any incoming projectiles. It can be useful if you need to pick up your friend and all its around are skeletons, but any other mobs can walk straight through it. The next artifact is the Light Feather. You basically use it to roll into enemies and stun them, but the downside is it knocks them all farther away, so you need to run at each of them to kill them, and by that time you get to them, they're already unstunned. The next 3 artifacts I have, I'm kind of grouping together. It is the Wonderful Wheat, which spawns a llama, the Tasty Bone, which spawns a dog, and the Golem Kit, which spawns an iron golem. Now, all 3 of these can be pretty useful. They give you an extra companion who will distract some of the enemies, and they will take shots from them and also damage them, but they also die pretty quickly. The next artifact is the Ghost Cloak. This allows you to go into ghost mode and walk through any enemies and take any damage without actually losing health. But the downside is there's no indication as to when you get out, and it doesn't seem to last very long, so you end up taking more damage than you'd like. The next artifact we have is the Corrupted Beacon, which requires a bunch of souls, and then it fires a focused beam that can do a lot of damage, but it just seems inconsistent. The next artifact we have on the list is the Windhorn. It is an artifact that pushes all the enemies in a circle away from you and slows them down, giving you time to either revive a friend, heal up, or run away. The next artifact on the list is the Iron Hide Amulet. This will give you protection, which will reduce any damage taken by any mobs by half. If you run into an area blindly and are suddenly attacked by all the mobs, this may get you out alive. The next artifact on the list is the Soul Healer, and as the name implies, it requires souls to heal. Whenever you get a kill, it fills up your soul bar, and you are able to use it to heal either yourself or the nearest ally, whoever needs it the most. The next artifact I have on the list is the Love Medallion. It creates 3 enemies into friendlies that will fight for you for 10 seconds and then disappear, so you don't even have to deal with them. This artifact may seem like the 3 summons that I mentioned earlier, but this one is better, because you can grab 3 of the toughest enemies and have them fight for you. The next artifact on the list is the Torment Quiver. This artifact shoots slower than other arrows, and it can go through multiple hostile enemies and through the walls, slowing down the enemies in the process. We are now down to the final 5 artifacts left in Minecraft Dungeons, and these are some of my personal favorites that I think you should have at least one of every time you play. So coming in at number 5, I have the Firework Arrow. This is an arrow artifact that shoots a literal explosion and deals massive amounts of damage. This artifact is great for clearing out tons of enemies that are in an area. Coming at number 4, we have the Boots of Swiftness, and these just make the game go by so much quicker. You're able to get away from creepers when they're about to explode. You're able to get to your teammates faster. You're able to get to the new zones quicker. You're able to get yourself to safety. There's nothing these boots can't do. Coming in at number 3, we have the Death Cap Mushroom. This mushroom allows you to double your attack speed. So you have a slow weapon that takes a long time to reload, like the Claymore. Well, you don't have to worry about that anymore, because you can swing that thing almost as fast as a diamond sword without it. Coming in at number 2, we have the Harvester. This is another artifact that uses souls, and it creates a big explosion around you and clears any mobs out of the way. This artifact is great for using when you are surrounded by a ton of enemies and there's no way out. You can press this, and it's basically a get out of jail free card. And you can use it multiple times because of its slow cooldown. And coming in at the number 1 spot is Shock Powder. This thing is, oh my god. If you get surrounded and you have this bad boy on, you are not dying. You throw this on the ground, everything gets stunned for a while, and then you are able to do anything and everything. Creeper about to explode? Nope. Zombies about to break your spine? Nope. The only thing is that it doesn't work against bosses. I had to find that out the hard way. So yeah, that was my top 5 list. Let me know in the comments if you have any other opinions, or if you think I got anything wrong. And if you guys liked, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys next time.